So everyone's just talking about the death of the Queen. I mean, how could you miss it? But did you know, according to a long-term study by the German Dr. Ladislaus Ludescher, the German Tagesschau talked more about the British royals than about world hunger, even before her death. And that's why you should follow debubbleization, where I try to find news with focus on the global south, since it's extremely underrepresented. But let's go back to the Queen. I'm surprised there aren't any conspiracy theories like about Tupac or Michael Jackson, since what if the Queen isn't dead at all, but in the Gambia? Why the Gambia? Well, let's get into the news you probably didn't hear about. About 2 million people live in the Gambia, which is the smallest country in mainland Africa and completely surrounded by its only neighboring country, Senegal. It's also known as the Smiling Coast, and tourism makes up to about 20% of the national GDP. So why should the Queen even visit? The Gambia has a problem. Sex tourism. Especially old British ladies benefit of the poverty of young males and use them as toy boys or so-called bumsters. I mean, tourists can defeat their loneliness and inhabitants can get some money, so what's wrong? Well, at first it's not even legal in the Gambia. Tourism Minister Hamad Ba said multiple times this won't change. The government even denies the label sex tourism hotspot since there are no legal frameworks for it. And secondly, it's not like all of the humans who end up in the prostitution have a choice. Often they're driven by poverty. A lack of jobs and low wages in the Gambia means the financial perks from developing a relationship with the tourists are strong incentives. Even underaged and children end up selling themselves to tourists. Sometimes they doesn't even get money. They are only driven by the hope for a better life. Especially since the tourism sector was hit hard by the pandemic. Jackie, for instance, said to the British The Sun she had 15 Gambian lovers in 7 years and never paid them a penny, quoting, "You can't trust them and it's only fun for her." A tourist guide said to the Daily Star, "People are poor here, so they don't have a choice. They think it is better to go to Europe where they will have a better life. They hope that the old ladies will take them." However, supply and demand are not equally distributed at all. A woman was quoted in the Daily Mail, "Gambia is a paradise. You can have a different man every night." So basically, British women are taking advantage of Gambian poverty to have a little fun, and they won't stop. But the Ministry for Tourism wants change. Gambian Tourism Board Director Abubakar Kamara said, "What we want is quality tourists. Tourists that come to enjoy the country and the culture, but not tourists that come just for sex." So, if you don't know what you do that winter, go to Gambia. They want you. And what do you think? Did the immortal Queen Elizabeth really die? Or is she just enjoying herself on a beach in Banjul?